Hello and welcome to your reading from Spirit Guide Link. Before we begin, I would like to state that I don't have any other social media platforms. Messages that I bring forth will only ever be shared on this platform, YouTube, and on this channel, SGL. Any other platforms using this name are not affiliated with me in any way. If that changes, the information will be found in the description and stated by me in that video at the time. I would like to express my gratitude to all of you who have been drawn to watch this reading and have given me permission to read for you. If you resonate with the message, please like and share this video so that others may also hear. If you want to hear more messages from SGL, please subscribe and set alerts so you know when new content is uploaded. Know you are in a judgment-free space and that you are truly loved and appreciated. Welcome, Virgos. This is your reading for the month of March 2024 for the second half of the month. We will begin by connecting to the energy and then we will begin to pull out the cards. Let us begin. We ask for messages for Virgos as they seek guidance toward their highest timeline and for the highest timeline of the all. Let us begin by expressing our desire to send our intent into the universe to connect with spirit guides, ancestors, and all beings of light existing in higher vibrations of love. Please step forward to be present with us in the here and now and bring your guided messages forward. And so it is. All right, Virgos, today we are going to be doing a horseshoe spread. First, I'm going to pull all 7 placements, and then we will look at each placement more in depth. So let us begin to pull the cards. All right, so the first placement we are looking for Virgos is the past influence. So this is the energies now fading away. And we received the 8 of Wands in reverse. So this tells me that there's a blocked communication somewhere, or at least there was some sort of communication that was not coming through. Let us keep going. The next card we're looking for is the present energy. So what are Virgos currently experiencing, please, Spirit? And we received the Tower in reverse as well. So this tells me that right now, presently, there's some sort of chaotic energy that was blocked or prevented, right? It seems like there was some sort of a chaotic situation that you somehow managed to avoid. All right, let's keep going. Next placement we're looking for is the hidden influence. So what have Virgos not noticed? Another shuffle. All right, Spirit, what are the hidden influences for Virgos, please? Okay. And we have the Sun. What a beautiful card. This is almost like Virgos are not really recognizing their true divinity and what they really are, their connection to all that is. Maybe that's this connection, this divine connection to all that is the reason perhaps that you avoided this chaotic tower from coming down. Moving ahead, next position we're looking for Virgos are the obstacles. So what do Virgos essentially need to reflect on, right? What are their obstacles that are blocking them? All right, we have the 9 of Wands. So I feel like this is saying isolation. Virgos right now have been isolating themselves and they're missing out on something because of it. Something needs to be reflected on. Why do they feel like they need to, divide themselves, isolate themselves? Why are you feeling like you need to isolate yourself from everyone else? moving forward, next position we're looking for is the external influences. So what are others around you that's motivating, right? What is the motivation of other people around you or other situations? Please, Spirit, for Virgos. And we have the Three of Wands in reverse. This makes me feel like someone is trying to prevent you from seeing your new future coming in. It's almost like they want to block you. They don't want you to step into the true divine path, your true mission that you're meant to do, right? There's something that someone, maybe they're jealous, maybe they're feeling left behind, and they're trying to prevent you from having this new beginning. Let's keep going. Next placement we're looking for is guidance, please, Spirit. What is the guidance for Virgos? Ooh, look at that. And we have the Five of Wands in reverse. So this is like, telling you to stop fighting the situation, to stop arguing, to put your weapon down, and to kind of just like go with the flow, like whatever this person is that's blocking you. So let's keep going. We'll take a look at these in greater detail once we have them all out. Last placement we're looking here is your potential outcome. So where are you heading, Virgos? Where are you going right now? Oh, wow. Okay. Fell all the way to the floor. Sorry. Grab that really quickly. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse is how I picked it up, so I'm going to assume that's how it landed. I can't entirely tell, to be honest. So Two of Pentacles tells me that there's some sort of harmony that needs to be found, There's some sort of imbalance and disharmonious, energy going on around you. So overall energy we have, which is the bottom of the deck, here we see the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is often a card that's talking about, healing, rejuvenation, but also just taking time, I would say, to think about things. This is the sword. Swords has to do with the mental body. And I feel like this is saying that overall you need to step back and do some reflection, to do some inner healing. I think that there are things that you have been holding on to for most likely a very long time. It could be your entire life. In fact, it might have even been longer. You might be holding on to some things from previous incarnations that are holding you back that you're just completely unaware of. And I feel like this is saying, the Four of Swords is known as the card of sleeping, of rest. So perhaps this is a little nod from your spirit guides telling you to kind of maybe pay attention more to your dreams. There might be more available to you to heal some inner deep wounds, whether it be emotional trauma and wounds. I feel like this is saying that your sleeping time can be more beneficial to you than you might realize. Maybe look into some sort of meditative states or some sort of healing that can be done while you sleep that can assist you while in the waking hours of your day. All right, so the past influence was the first placement that we got, and this was the Eight of Wands in reverse, which I feel like it's the same thing, right? This is you missing those messages. There is some sort of communication that's been trying to come into you that's most likely, from your spirit team, your guides, your higher self, your ancestors. They're trying to tell you something, but you have been missing it over and over and over. And it could very well go hand in hand with the Four of Swords. It is possible that these messages were coming to you in your dreams and you were not consciously aware enough to be taking note, to pay attention to what's actually going on there. I do feel that there's some sort of dreams that are giving you some kind of information and message that might need to be, looked at more specifically, looked at more of importance, making it more of a priority to really think about what's going on in your dreams. Some people don't remember their dreams at all, and that is incredibly unfortunate. I'm very sorry for you if that is the case, because what you can do in the dream world is amazing. It is essentially a fifth dimensional aspect version of reality, which gives you much less limitation, as you can, simply go from there to there. Instant manifestation happens in the dream world. So, moving forward, the next placement we have is the present energy. So this is what you're currently experiencing. And here you received the Tower in reverse. This is a pretty big card. The Tower is a major force that you cannot just ignore. But this is in reverse, which is very, very interesting. I feel like there is some kind of major chaotic situation that very well could have played out in your reality, but you were able to do something in order to ignore it or to avoid it, right? Like maybe there was some kind of blow up, some kind of argument, some kind of chaotic event that was meant to occur, but somehow you managed to skip right through past it. It's almost like perhaps this inner healing that you've been doing in the dream world or need to do, right? I feel like since this is your overall energy, I would say you need to pay more attention to it, but I also feel like you have already been doing it. You might just be consciously not aware, and that's totally okay. You don't need to be consciously aware of what healing you're doing in your dream world for it to actually take hold, right? It's still occurring, it's still relevant. You don't need to be consciously aware. And it is possible that there is something that you healed deep within while in the dream world that essentially created a different way for you to respond to this situation. Maybe before you would have acted differently. Maybe you know exactly what situation it is or event that I'm talking about, that you kind of look back at after it happened and we're kind of like, wow, I can really see some growth within myself, because that type of situation in my past, in that old version of me, I would have handled it completely differently, and it would have grown into a huge snowball that would have just got worse and worse and worse until it eventually exploded. And that is not the case here, being that it's in reverse. I do feel like you have made some growth and that you have completely avoided the situation, but more importantly, you are being able to recognize that difference in you and to see that growth. And that's amazing, because when you can take the time to recognize that there is growth within, that means you are stepping out of your egoic body and you're stepping more into your I am presence as a soul to recognize and see yourself from a higher perspective, doing things differently in the lower perspectives of reality. Really. Moving forward, the next placement we have here is your hidden influence. So this is what you haven't noticed. And here we have the amazing card, the Sun. Now, of course, this does relate to Leo, which is fire energy, which I do want to just point out. The Tower is also, this is a Aries card, and this is also fire. That's one thing I have to say. There's a consistent, again, we have tons of wands here. That is something I have been noticing is a reoccurring theme in all of the Virgo's readings, or at least most of the Virgo readings going on lately, is there has been so many wands and fire-related cards. It's almost like there's some kind of fire that's cleansing, right? Fire cleanses the soul. It burns up everything that's not needed or wanted. And that's very much like the Sun, right? The Sun is a burning ball of fire in this third physical dimension, of course. I will point out that it is this fiery, exploding, lava-like type of energy, and this is what's hidden to you, just like all of this fire. I feel like this is just reinforcing this very passionate, creative energy that Virgos are holding on to and expressing at this time. We are, the fire also gives off light, and just like we have light from the Sun. And I feel like that's what this is saying, is Virgos right now are like a flaming lantern. We are lighting the way. Virgos are lighting the way, showing the pathway ahead towards ascension for all who wish to continue and join in on the journey, right? We are leaders. We are way showers. A lot, in my opinion, though this is not fact, this is completely opinion, I do feel that Virgos are very much leading the pack in many ways for humanity. There is something about Virgos that are just so grounded and rooted, and that we are able to anchor in the light of the higher dimensions and bringing down heaven on earth, if you will. It's like we are anchoring that higher resonance, higher vibration down, bringing heaven down to earth, like they say, heaven on earth, right? That must, as we increase, heaven must come down and anchor together. And I feel like Virgos are very much almost like we're like a living, breathing root chakra, if you will. We're anchoring this down into this physical dimension. And I feel like the sun is just showing that this is what's hidden to you. Like, this is hidden to all Virgos. We are not, or rather we're not, realizing our true divinity and our true abilities. And with that, like I said, we're anchoring this in, not just for us, for everyone. Virgos are very important at this time, again, in my opinion, just simply because I feel like we are leading the pack, if you will. We are leading the way. We're showing people that there is a different way to do it. And this hidden influence, what's hidden to many, is our true divinity, right? What we really are, this I am presence, our soul, as we are a soul having a human experience. This card, I feel, just reconfirms that fact. You are the light, you are divine source, and don't forget that. It's very important that we remember every day to breathe into what we truly are and have, appreciation and grace. And to always remember to choose the light, choose love in every situation. Even if someone is, blowing up at you and getting angry, their reaction is irrelevant on your journey. The only thing that matters is your reaction, or lack of reaction, if you will, right? Because you are choosing your own path, you are your own soul. And if you always remember to choose light, you can help, bring some light into that other person's day. We don't know what they're going through, and it's not our place to judge. Moving forward, next placement we have here is the obstacles, and here we received the 9 of Wands. So this tells me that it is an obstacle for you as a Virgo to really step out behind the wall, right? We are so easy to isolate ourselves and to say, I don't even want to be near anybody because I feel like they're bringing my vibes down. You know what I mean? Like, we feel like we need that alone time. We need to energize and recharge, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I feel like this could be saying two things. Being that it's an obstacle, it can go both ways. Either you are isolating yourself too much, that you are essentially, by not being in the vicinity of others and having your amazing high vibration around them, they are, not that it's your job to, but again, by being a way shower and showing that light and being a beacon of light for others, you are in essence helping others to raise their vibration just by being around them. So if you're continuously isolating yourself and not putting yourself in the vicinity of anyone else, that simply means that you are not able to as greatly affect their vibration. So we have to remember to kind of get out there and be with other people and allow our vibration to hit others to help raise theirs, while at the same time I feel the obstacle could also be the opposite thing. And it's possible that some Virgos are consistently with other people. They're constantly socializing, and the obstacle could be the opposite, in that it could be a call for you to remember to remove yourself from the situation sometimes, that you need to be isolating, you need to do your own inner work, and you need to re-energize yourself. And oftentimes it's very difficult to do that when you are surrounded by so many other potentially low vibrational people, because your high vibration is just consistently energizing them, right? So you need to re-energize too. It's also important that we remember to protect ourselves, to put on a beautiful divine white light shield around you, or whatever color feels best to you, so that you feel protected, because that way you can give out the amount of energy you want to without having everything drained, right? Moving forward, the next placement we have is the external influence. And here we have the Three of Wands in reverse. And I feel like this is kind of what I was saying about the energy, right? Making sure you remember to isolate yourself and re-energize. Because just because someone is a loving person or a best friend, a family member, whatever it is, whoever they are, with pure intentions, while they have pure intentions, at the same time, a lot of humans have an egoic brain. And it is oftentimes an unconscious response for humans to feel jealousy and lack within their own mental space. And oftentimes, when someone feels lack or jealousy, which is a difficult thing to understand, a difficult concept to understand, in my opinion, to want someone to do badly because you don't want to see them doing well. You'd rather them be down here or they'd rather you be down here with them instead of in your high vibrational successful place full of abundance. So this feels like there is someone in your energy that wants to see you do poorly. They don't want to see your future unfold the way you want it to, because that's what the Three of Wands is. This is looking out for your ships, waiting for them to return, waiting to see the fruition of what it is that you have planned coming back to you, right? So when it's in reverse, it's the opposite. It's like they're preventing the ships coming back from you. They are doing anything they can to prevent something from growing or from taking off in the first place. So I feel like this is saying, be careful with taking advice from loved ones, because even though they are your loved ones, they may not actually truly deep within and unconsciously want what's best for you, because it makes them feel some sort of lack within themselves, right? Sometimes it's best to just kind of keep things to yourself, keep your plan to yourself. They don't need to know all of the details. Maybe that's not benefiting you by sharing everything with everyone. And that's what I'll say with that. Moving forward, we now have your guidance. And here we see the Five of Wands in reverse. Again, more fire energy. But the Five of Wands talks about, fighting someone being competitive. But the fact that this is in reverse, I feel like that this guidance is kind of like going just with this. Like we were just saying, someone maybe unintentionally or unconsciously not actually wanting what's best for you, and then having the Five of Wands. It's kind of like, be aware that there might be these people in your surroundings, but just because they're in your surroundings doesn't mean you have to actually fight them or even point out to them how they might be holding up the situation, because that's not benefiting anyone, right? Sometimes it's best to just leave it go, to recognize within the universe that this is occurring, but don't hold on to it. Do whatever you do, don't hold on to it. Just let it go. Recognize and realize that whatever this thing is that's preventing this person from wanting you to see you do the best, truly is a lack within themselves. There's nothing that you can do to change it, and there's nothing meant for you to do, right? It's not your job to fix it. It's not your job to point it out. All that's meant is for you to continue on your way, right? Don't fight it. Don't get in the middle of it. Don't get involved in it. Just let them do their own growth. It is their own journey on their own time, just like you are on yours, which is exactly why you aren't going to be looking for their advice, because you are on your own journey. You're on your own path. You make your own decisions. Their opinion, though it might be nice to hear supporting words, is technically irrelevant, because they don't live this life. This is your life, your path, your journey. So remember to keep the weapons down, keep the hurtful words down. They are not needed. This is a guidance from your spirit team to remember, and to suggest to you to remember to have grace, to always look at everything with love. There's no need in fighting. And the opposite of fighting, the opposite of fear, is love. So I feel like this is telling you, they're guiding you to take every situation and to move forward with every situation in a place of a non-competitive type of energy, and instead to come from a place of love and compassion. Even if someone is coming at you with a weapon, it doesn't matter, right? Just let them have their piece, let them say their bit, and just let it flow into the universe. Whatever you do, do not hold on to it. Let it go. Last card, we have the potential outcome. And here we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Two of Pentacles, at least this is an earth sign card, so at least we have some earth going on in here, because literally the rest, everything else is fire, and then we have an air up here on the bottom of the deck. So here we have some more like Virgo energy, though it is Capricorn, being that it is the Two of Pentacles, but it is the earth sign, which is nice. This is a bit grounding. Although it is in reverse, I feel like your potential outcome is to get back into your grounding nature by having the pentacles in the potential outcome. Two of Pentacles talks about finding some kind of harmony and bliss. Being that it is in reverse, I feel that this is telling you that you need to be aware that there is some sort of disharmony and imbalance going on, probably around you, that you need to avoid. And I'm going to say it's most likely this situation right here. This feeling like someone's trying to battle you or to prevent you from going somewhere. There is a call for you to be able to release this, to let this go, to not actually hold on to it, and to allow yourself to step into a form of balance and harmony. But this might be more difficult for you than you may hope for, being that this is the potential outcome. I do want to suggest and kind of give a little bit of a warning to, again, remember to release it, because this is a bit of a warning that there might be some kind of disharmony and balance going on as a result of this situation. So I feel like the guidance, your spirit team is really suggesting to not fight them back, to not allow whatever it is their words are, no matter how hurtful, to really affect you, right? Put on your shield and allow these words or these, whatever, the situation, the event, to just bounce right off of you. Do not take it in, because if you allow it to come in and if you hold on to it, you are going to be resulting in a disharmonious and imbalanced type of energy. You don't want that. We don't want that. So again, I feel like this is saying, just overall, there is some healing that needs to still go on. Although you are far on your journey, you're not done yet. I mean, let's think about this. No matter, even if you were to, let's say, ascend into the fifth dimension, the fifth dimension is not really that high up on the levels of all the dimensions, right? Of all the densities. There's always room for more growth, is my point. So there's always more healing to be done, especially while remaining in this third, fourth physical dimension. If you're still here, that means there's still more healing to be done. And it can be difficult because sometimes it's not from this specific lifetime, right? Which requires us to go into a deep meditative state in order to really heal those past life traumas. And more importantly, to be doing healing while you're sleeping, just like the Four of Swords suggests. This is a card talking about healing and resting. Okay, so, just be proud of yourself for recognizing your true divinity, for being able to get out of this tower moment, to avoid the situation. But we must be careful here to not hold on to the words of others if they are feeling like they are, not helpful or not positive in some sort of way. Just remember to let it go and to step into grace and harmony. Don't get too caught up that you are creating some sort of imbalance, just adding on to the situation, right? We want to remain in harmony and balance all the time. Easier said than done, I know. All right, Virgos, that is what I have for you. So let us close the energy. And I wanted to say thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I'll see you at the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the reading from me, Spirit Guide Link. I'll see you at the next video.